So I was at the Chicago Museum of Contemporary Art the other day looking at the Joseph Cornell show. Cornell is the man who is known for creating little worlds, assemblages of things, objects, collages inside boxes. And the show purported to bring together lots of works by other artists and put them adjacent to Cornell's boxes with the intention of showing how these artists were either directly influenced by Cornell by using boxes themselves, or were in general sympathy with his kind of artistic ideas. Some of these things worked pretty well. The first room has a Marcel Duchamp box, so it's a box, but it's also something that Cornell actually helped Duchamp to create. In other cases, the correspondences are not so obvious, but nevertheless, it gives you the opportunity to see work that you wouldn't normally see on display at the MCA. I'm thinking, for example, of boxes by Donald Judd or a painting by Robert Rauschenberg. And then you come upon pieces that you look at them and you say, yes, I didn't really notice this before, but here is a direct connection, perhaps an influence, but certainly an artist who is kind of using the same ideas. And of all people, it was Christian Boltanski. There's an installation of his consisting of a room full of framed photographs of children, each one with the light bulb above them. The frames they're not quite as deep or box-like as Cornell's, although Boltanski has sometimes done that. But there was definitely this connection of using the box to frame off a piece of work, to kind of mark it out on the wall and say, okay, this is separate from everything around it. Please look at this. But then made me think about what is it about Cornell's very characteristic box structure that fascinates us and draws us to it. Well, I think it's because in addition to the four sides of a frame, you also have that internal depth, a kind of a literal space, and it's a creation of a new world that takes a slice of air from the space around it and allows Cornell to populate it with his own little planet of things drawn from an absurd series of juxtapositions of objects and images. I think it's a creation of a new form of space inside the gallery that constitutes Cornell's greatest contribution to art of the second half of the 20th century, and more than anything justifies the curator's decision to put on this show.